Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium.
Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Set to go, Young Wei Koo ready to do the honors.
And off we go on EA Sports.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
And they'll start on the ground with Hubbard. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. You talk about this Falcon defense.
Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
You know, when actors get ready for a scene, they often ask the question, what's my motivation? But what's the motivation of this group? What's their mindset? What's the problem that they have? Will they create an identity that allows them to get better?
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
Murray now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's more. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week. And they
trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Falcons will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
At their own 45-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45.
Back to throw, Ritter.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
43 rail.
Ritter now.
And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Here's Ritter. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Big strides, look at him go.
Touchdown, Falcons. Jonnu Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Falcons take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Murray now to throw.
throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Rondale Moore, the intended target, but now it's third down. You talk about this Falcon defense. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the counter, this is Hubbard. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The Cardinals sit 6-3 on the year. And they come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On play action, it's Murray. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Here's Murray. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
A Ritter's throw taken in by Bourne. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Come
at
on,
the 44-yard line.
Matt.
Ritter will set up to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
Ritter from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Check view.
Off the play fake, it's Ritter. And he'll let this go deep for Bourne. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Falcons. Kendrick Bourne, 44 yards. And the Falcons are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 2. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Murray's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz.
Number 86, Zach Ertz.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw is Murray. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Got it.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Brought down by Jalen Thompson.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half, a second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Here we go.
Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10. Ritter to throw it. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the error pass. 4th down coming up.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 14. A gain there of 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4.
Throwing now is Murray. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now Murray, he bootlegs it.
Pass to the right, and he's got McBride.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
They'll run for it. It's Hubbard.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Chuba Hubbard, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Cardinals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Prater for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Ritter with it after the play fake.
short throw caught by Pitts. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. To the air again, it's Ritter. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On first down, Ritter. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now Ritter to throw on first down. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Ritter, he wants to change the play here. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Robinson looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On 2nd down, Ritter. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. That was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
Now a 3rd and goal situation as this Arizona defense tries to stand tall once more. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers.
And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action. Now it's Murray. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
At their own 34-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
This is taken at the 15. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Cardinals will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Now Murray. Quick slant to Brown. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray rolling to his left.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
They'll run on 1st down with Hubbard, down to about the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Come back. Hey, shift.
Right back to Hubbard. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Over the middle, complete. That's Hubbard. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Hubbard, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
Come on.
Murray now. That's to McBride, and he has it. Touchdown, Cardinals. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Cards have cut it back within a score. Now Prater to add the PAT. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. That is caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Ritter off the play fake. Finding room at midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
1st down, Falcons.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Ritter. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Ritter now. This one left side caught by Patterson. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and forever. Off the play fake, it's Ritter. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
This is taken around the 12. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
On the set. Strike.
Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
If they're able to come back to tie or win this game, I think this is a play that we're going to look back on as the game changer. They've really changed the tone and what the opposition wanted to do when they're trying to run some time off the clock and add to its lead.
Touchdown, Falcons!
Drake London.
34 yards.
And the Falcons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Ritter will throw for it.
That's caught. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Falcons 28, Cardinals 14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's Murray from midfield.
And this is caught. It's Brown. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Boy, 30 more yards and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Murray going to look to run on the draw.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. On 2nd down, here's Murray. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
Now a 1st down throw complete downfield. A very solid gain of 27. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Set, hunt. Red, cycle. Set, hunt.
Ritter with it after the play fake.
And it's complete, right back in the hands of Smith. And he's got this down to the 35. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down.
Ready.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Oh, and that is incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Ritter to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Sticking with the passing game. Here's Ritter again. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Murray now to throw. And that's complete to Brown. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Going play action, Ritter. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 2nd down, Ritter. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. They said their goal was to win 7.
Whole club selling out of hitter doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's that made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Whole club selling out of hitter doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius. All I talk about it, that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. The whole club, crown way too white to be shooting at the odds. I'm sleeping good at night, see the door don't got no locks. To be spiteful, she best friends with the ops. And you need better stocks. Standing on my money, dog.